All right, welcome to another video. This one is for CounselEar users only, and I want to show you how to copy the notes into CounselEar, that it's nice and easy. So we are here now in the session. That's the new session layout. If you're not familiar with that, there's a video explaining the new session layout. Now we've got our earwax removal note here, and that has all the information based on the recording. And we are just going to hit copy here, and then we copy that as an HTML. Then we go into CounselEar up the top here. We go to appointments and visits, open the visit that we want to use, go to chart notes, say edit notes, click the HTML button here, paste what you've copied out, update it, and you've got a beautifully formatted note right in here. Continue main screen, and we then recommend once you're done to sign off the notes that they are locked. Okay, now let's go back into AudZone, and we're going to write a report. So we're going to generate a report. In this case, let's say an earwax removal report, and we generate this. Takes a couple of seconds now, and it generates the report here. There we go. As usual, you can edit the report here. I'm not going to do that right now, and we're just going to hit copy, and then we copy HTML. Now it asks you, because you're a CounselEar clinic, if you want to use a header to copy. And in this case, you would use either the cerumen management to generic physician or cerumen management to primary physician. I go to primary physician, I copy that, I go back to CounselEar, we go to professional report, and in my case, I always go into the edit custom section, go to HTML, and drop the entire report in here. Update this, and once you've copied it in here, it shows the doctor's details in the header, the address, date of birth, and so on from the client, and shows the report down here. If you were to go to now professional report, and it creates the PDF, you see that this looks like this. Nicely formatted report with all the audiogram details if you have imported them. Anyway, now that for this to come up like that, a few things are required. On one hand, the doctor must be selected in the patient details, and that is right here under primary physician. The next thing that should happen, or let's say you do not have the doctor's details in there, let's clear this section out quickly. So we're going to get rid of all of that, and we are going to go back into AudZone. And we are going to copy this report again, copy HTML, and this time we do cerumen management to generic physician, and I'll show you what happens. So this is what you use for a patient that says, I don't have a regular doctor, or for someone where you want to send an urgent report to give to the client to take to any doctor of their choice, but you don't know who that is. We're going to post that in here, and now it basically shows up to Daniel's treating doctor. And it's all a lot more generic, and he can just take it to a medical center of their choice. Now for this to come up, what is important is that the report options are set in a specific way. Okay, there's a default report template, and that is now a little bit of CounselEar instruction. And how to set that is you go to administration, you go professional report and report options. So here you want to edit your default report. I recommend that you use the Arial font size 10, 0.6 inches. The display order is important. Set it to custom, history, results, recommendation, signature line, and then audiometric data. Audiogram displayed, I say yes. The options should be an image, medium, and right, left. You can choose if you want left, right, or right, left. I like the normal range to be set to 20, and I do not like split audiograms, but some doctors do. Okay. Then I do not use the configuration. I do use tympanometry displayed, and I say displayed here. PTA displayed, yes. And we use the Australian 3-file format. I don't use speech, word, OAEs, things like that. I do use the QuickSyn sometimes. Attachments, optimized display rows, and then only the signature displayed here. And that is that. Now, I also do recommend that you create a second template. That is a report without audiogram, where you basically do exactly the same. You just untick all the boxes. And that way, when you are in the patient, let me go back to me here. You can use the report down here. And you set the report options to report without audiogram. Save that. And what happens then is that the report basically does not have an audiogram attached at the bottom. Okay. So this is just a little bit of CounselEar practice. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. But I just wanted to show you how to copy and paste the reports and the notes into CounselEar.